Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Johan here, and today by special request I am going to show you how to set up YouTube streaming with the OBS software. In other words, the Open Broadcast Service software. The OBS is a open source. All right. There it is. I can switch between the screens if I wanted to. But we are using OBS. You can go, it's free, it's downloaded, it's open source. So you can use it. And it is preset with a lot of settings. So it's very, very easy. And YouTube have a new streaming service in beta, or beta, depending on how you want to call it. And very easy to use because most of the things are already done for you. So you don't really need to know a lot. Okay, so first of all, the thing to do is to go to your channel and then go to the live streaming portion of it. All right, you then type in your basic information, like I said, how to set up live streaming on YouTube using OBS, etc. Categories gaming, let's say it's Roblox, and so forth. You put in all the information there, but then this is the important bit. This stream name or key at the bottom here, right? That is what's going to make this thing work. Okay, so you want to copy that, and you don't want to reveal that to anybody. If I revealed this to you now, you could then actually stream onto my YouTube, because that's what the difference is. This thing here, the server URL, is the same for everyone. Okay, this is the main YouTube streaming ingest server, that one there. Okay. So if you then go to your Open Broadcast Service software, the first thing you want to do is to go to your settings. Okay, it's really simple. The general settings you can leave as they are, especially if you're English and so forth. Themes and things don't matter. It's the stream, the second option here. That's what matters. Okay, and the streaming part of it then is where you're going to make your most of your settings. Now you'll see it's grayed out at the moment because I'm actually busy streaming. But what you want to do here is under the service option, you choose YouTube, because that sets all the other settings for you, because it's already there. If you use other services like Twitch, it's also there, and there's a whole range of other services. If you don't see it there, switch on the show all services and you can use them. And then what it says here is the primary YouTube ingest server. That's the one that I showed you here. That one there is the server URL, and that's already preset. You don't have to do anything. And then the most important thing is this here, the stream key. That's where you paste that stream key that I showed you earlier here. That stream key there, you can show it, copy it, and then paste it in there. Don't show that to anybody. Don't show it on screen. Okay? And then the rest of the settings, generally, you can leave them alone, right? These are all preset for you, okay? So you don't need anything else. This is where the recording path goes and all kinds of video bitrates, and said you don't have to touch those. It does it automatically for you. And that's what's great about this. Yes, later on, if you get more involved and you learn more about this, and you can change some of those settings. But other than that, there's nothing else to do. It's all preset. So that's it. And then this is the important bit. When it comes to your side of the deal, what you are going to be using. When I do my intro or outro, I set it up here. Now what I've done is I've gone into studio mode. Now if you look carefully, you'll see if I go out of studio mode, it just shows my current screen. If I go into studio mode, it shows what screen I want to go to from this one. In other words, the one on this side is my current screen. That's what I'm broadcasting. Okay. The one on that side is what I want to go to. So for example, my intro or outro, it doesn't show there because it only starts playing once I transition it, once I push it over. Okay. So for example, my splash screen over here, I've decided to put the splash screen up. I transition it. You can see now the splash screen is showing on your screen. Okay, and I'm going to go back to that. I just click the transition button. But how do you set these things up? And that is what I'm going to show you now, because that's the important bit when it comes to your side of what you need to do. So I've got all kinds of things going on here. the moment a lot of them aren't showing because I've just moved the files. Because the thing is that you need to remember is that these files or these items on this side reference a file that's somewhere on your computer. And it doesn't actually bring the file into the software, it just points to it. So I've moved the file, so now it doesn't see these anymore. Okay? And how do we do that? Well, first of all, you go, for example, let's say I want a different splash screen. Then I'm going to add a new source, for example, and let's call it break time 2. Okay? So now there's a new scene, but I don't have a source. There's nothing there. So these sources, I now need to just tell it where to find the file to show on the screen. So then I'm in break time, I click on plus here at the bottom, I add an image, for example. We'll call the image, so give it a name, you must give it a name. Call it break time 2. And then I click OK, and now it asks me where's that file. So I'm going to go and browse for the files. I'll find mine in the documents, for example. I've got video general files here. Actually, I'll go to the desktop items, and we'll look for, you see, there's a previous splash screen I used. Now there's a little image file. This thing literally is just a picture file, right? It's an image. So I then point at that, I say open that, and it then puts the file here. You can see there on the right, oops, on the right hand side in the sources, that's where that file is. Okay? And then I can move the file around. Let's leave it there, for example. I'm going to transition the screen so you can see where it fits in. Okay, now you can see that it is exactly where it showed on that screen. I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to move this into position. I'm going to make it bigger. Let's say I want to do it like so, in the middle of the screen. And now, when you're ready and you're busy with your live streaming, etc., and you want to then have a break, you then transition and you switch off your audio and off you go for a break. You go transition. It says we'll be back in 5 minutes, and you're done. I'm just transitioning back so you can see the screen again. So there you go. It's that simple. There is your scenes, just like a scene in a movie or a scene in a play, whatever. And then you need to have the source for that scene. Now you can have multiple sources in different scenes as well. And you can have one above the other and so forth. They fit in on the screen. So you can have multiple things going on the same screen at the same time. Let me try that quickly and see if I've got something to show. Let's just put 2 things. I'll just use, there's my Gaming Saturday thing. I'll just put that in there for now. So you can see the two items are on the screen at the same time. So you can have a small image over a large image, or you can have text over an image and things like that. You can have different things going on, and you can switch those things on or off by clicking the little eye there. Yeah. So when you switch to it, you can actually switch the text on and off. So it's really quite simple to use. And there you go. That is how you set it up. So remember, you go to your settings, you set the live stream options from your YouTube server. Remember, this is YouTube itself. So on your live stream options, get the stream key, drop it into OBS, and there you go. And then set your scenes and sources. There you go, everyone. Thank you for watching. I've been Johan. You've been fantastic. And I'll see you soon. Cheers!